Schizophrenia is one of the most perplexed, widespread mental disorders in the world. But what is it? Scientists have come a long way after 100 years in terms of research, ever since Dr. Emil Kraepelin was the first to classify schizophrenia as a distinct mental disorder in the 1800s. Although Kraepelin was the first person to differentiate the illness from other forms of psychosis, he had some mistaken beliefs regarding the actual nature of schizophrenia. The term directly translates into split mind, but it does not mean that the individual actually has multiple personalities, as Kraepelin theorized. Because schizophrenia is rooted within the biological functions of brain cells, most causes of the disease trace back to abnormalities in certain neurological hormones. For example, dopamine. These neurotransmitters help control the brain's reward and pleasure centers, but most importantly, thought process. An excess or shortage of these could very well lead to thoughts becoming disturbed. There are different types of schizophrenia, all different in behavioral symptoms and distinct characteristics, the most common being paranoid. This subtype often triggers hallucinations. These delusions can be visual or tactile, but, more often than not, they are auditory and occur in the form of voices. Patients of this subtype normally do not display symptoms until at an older age, making it harder to diagnose. These voices, whether they be internal or external, are known as auditory visual hallucinations, or AVHs. These AVHs trace back to a certain area in the brain. The left temporal lobe, a part of the cerebrum, plays a key role in auditory cognition. Up until late, most treatments of schizophrenia includes methods of drug medication and various therapy remedies such as psychoeducation and rehabilitation. A new technique known as transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS, is being studied as a new relief method for patients. This is not the first study based on TMS therapy. It has already been used to successfully treat a number of conditions, including depression that does not respond to medication. A recent team of researchers in France have embarked on a project to understand and potentially reduce the frequency of this dementia. The study involved 59 schizophrenic patients, each who possessed symptoms of AVHs. Each were individually interviewed and answered questions regarding the intensity of their dementia. The results were processed and each participant was given a score based on their answers. Higher scores indicated hallucinations that were more severe. The participants were then introduced to the new treatment where an electromagnetic coil sent pulses through the person's scalp to stimulate brain cells in a specific region of the brain that controls mood and is often used to treat depression. An impressive 34.6% of participants receiving the TMS had a significant decrease in AVHs. Professor Sonia Dolphus says that we can now say with some certainty that we have found a specific anatomical area of the brain that is associated with AVHs and schizophrenia. Results of the study were presented at the ECNP conference held in Paris and will be published in the Schizophrenia Bulletin. Its findings proved to be a significant addition to the range of treatments available to treat such a perplexing mental disorder.